Hey, what's up? It's Y2K. I just did an interview on the Zach Sang show. We talked about La La La, obviously, that's my song, and also my hair being good, and how I dropped out of college because I'm not that good at video games, and a couple other things.
Let's do this. Zach Sang Show.
Your name's Ari? That's your real name?
That's my real name.
Do you like your real name?
Sure. Do you like yours?
Yeah, it's my real name.
Okay.
But I need a fake name to go to market with.
Yeah. I don't know. Ari's cool with me. Y2K's catchier. I went with that.
Well, hello, beautiful human. We have Dan here.
Thank you.
What's up?
Hi, Dan.
Hey.
We have Y2K in the studio.
Woo!
So, year 2000, where does that name come from?
It doesn't mean anything. Yeah, honestly, I'm gonna stop with this. Can I say probably not?
You're okay.
Okay. Might as well have just taken a dartboard with letters on it and closed my eyes and thrown it.
Really?
No, I mean, I thought it looked cool, but it has no meaning at all. It's easy. It's easy to remember. Looks nice.
Yeah, I'm here for it.
Yeah.
But were you worried that when you type in Y2K on the computer, there's a lot of stuff that comes up that
Oh,
won't
yeah.
be you?
It's been an
millennium.
eternal struggle. But if anything, that's like motivation, right? Like, let's get our SEO better than the World Scare.
Are you a musical artist, or are you use SEO right out the gate? You know how many artists I've had on this couch use SEO casually?
Is it just me?
Zero.
Ooh.
So my question to you is, are you a digital artist? Are you a music artist? Are you a combination of the two?
I mean, I would say that first and foremost, I am a musical artist, a producer and songwriter. But I understand how the internet works and a lot of other stuff. I went to school for computer science before I was in music, but then I dropped out because I'm bad at math. And you really got to be good at math. That's what they...
For computer science, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know why it didn't register to me. Because I was going to college. I went to ASU for exactly 1 year.
Arizona State University, baby.
Yeah, God bless it. Fork 'em. That's their thing. It looks like the Shocker. Yeah. No.
School pride.
Yeah.
So when do you realize that you got to get the out of here?
I mean, so I left college, I left high school to go to college at Arizona State. I was just playing a ton of video games, and I thought that would mean that I could do computer science. I don't know where the disconnect was, but in my mind that made sense. And so I sign up for it. I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna code video games. This is great. Everything's gonna be about video games. And then I got dumped, and I was playing way too many video games, and I was like, I have nothing to show for my time. I should start doing something else. And the only thing I'm good at is computers. So I started producing.
But like computers and music are, I mean, they are connected,
They're the same
right?
now.
Yeah,
I mean,
they
and
are.
also my mom owned a music store. I've always been like in the music world, but
Got
it's
it.
something that I didn't take seriously until I realized you could make music on a computer.
Got it.
Yeah.
So, okay, by the way, you get into this video game hole,
Right.
recovering from a breakup, and you go, what do I have to show for it besides nothing?
Nothing. I thought that, hey, I was like, man, maybe I'll become a professional video game player, which is crazy. I mean, hey,
People do it every day.
I know. In your face, boomers.
2019 is a time to be alive.
In your face, boomers.
they're
People
invest-
make money playing video games. People make way more money than you playing
Yeah.
video games.
Yeah, they do.
Dude, I just read they were investing $15 million into a video game team training facility.
Yeah.
Like
No,
this-
it's like
no
real
joke.
life. It's like sports now.
It is. I've watched it, and it's fascinating, and it's kind of entertaining to watch.
It's fun.
Yeah,
It's
I
super
like it.
fun. But yeah, I don't know. I'm better at music. I figured out I couldn't do that for a career. Switched into music. I was like, this will probably work. Literally halfway through college, I stopped going to class. I'm like, hey, I'm all in. I was making garbage can music too. It was not good. I went through the whole learning curve publicly too. If you search around enough, you'll find it.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
They're out there.
Oh God, yeah.
So, okay, is La 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 the first record that you're proud of? Are there records previous to that one that you use as kind of a learning ground but you still take like seriously in your catalog?
Oh yeah. Okay, so a little bit of backstory on my music. So when I'm talking about all of this is 2012. So it's been 7 years of me producing. I would say probably about 4 years ago, I would consider good at it. I was putting out like remixes and stuff under my name, and then I transitioned into doing studio production. So basically, like producing and songwriting for people, exactly what I did for La La La, but the difference is that my name's just not in it.
Yeah, it's for somebody else.
Right, exactly. So I produced like a song called No Sad No Bad for Killy.
Cool.
It was a big record in like Canada and in like the underground rap scene. And a song called like Ridin' for Young Bands and YBN Namir and Landon Cube.
How'd you know you got good at it?
I feel like I don't know, but I do distinctly remember waking up one day and being like, oh, this is not bad. Because I would always listen to other people's music and then listen to my music and be like, this doesn't stack up. Because I've always been very honest with myself, or at least I try to be, you know?
Which is important.
Super important, man. You gotta, and it's crazy how many people make music and think that they're gonna like do it and have been doing it forever and it's just not there.
Yeah, because it's like a false sense of reality that they're kind of stuck in.
Yeah. I mean, that's like, after putting in all of that time to get good at music, I'm so fast to just hire people to do anything else. Like graphic design or any, like there are people that try to do too much. It's like, come on, someone is better at this thing than you are.
I understand that.
Yeah.
So when it comes to the digital marketing aspect of your record,
Right.
was La 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 the first song of yours that you put the digital machine behind?
100%. 100%. I mean, to a degree. So when you're putting out music in 2019 as like an independent artist, and like obviously we've since signed the song, but when it came out, everything that the only reason that we even ended up in this position is because of what we did as independent artists, and you have to. There's no way that you can put out music on the internet in 2019. It doesn't matter how good it is, and not have a game plan.
It's the truth, but you had a wide game plan that was different than anything else we've ever really seen, but also was inspired by other people, right? Because people use TikTok. I've never really seen somebody use Tinder the way you have.
Right.
I mean, it's gorilla as you got Tinder Gold, not to match with people to date them, but to spam them with your link, right?
Right. I mean, and I think that the important thing to take away from that is that we have no idea how effective that was, but it's a good story, and we're talking about it now, you know?
Yeah.
Like everything bleeds into itself. I can't say that one thing worked exceptionally well. I think that when you look at where it came from, like TikTok is probably the
main source.
Probably the main source. And that was just us. People keep asking us, like, what's the secret? What's the secret? And it's like, we sent it to 2 or 3 people that we're friends with that had a substantial following. They posted it and it caught. And at the end of the day, like, that's either going to catch or it's not going to catch. And tons of people will pay marketing firms or whatever, like digital marketing firms, quote unquote, tons of money to go do that, and it doesn't go anywhere.
Yeah, because it's not authentic. It's
Right.
not done in the right ways.
Exactly.
It doesn't sprout from the proper root. Do you know what I mean?
Exactly.
The source is tainted with
And that-
money and nonsense.
There's your golden ticket to the internet. Don't force it. Like, do something actually funny, or like reach out to people that actually care, build relationships over a long period of time. You know, there's no like shortcut to being able to push something online.
Why do you think it worked? Why do you think it resonated?
I mean, without being super cocky, I think it's a good song. And I think the intro had a huge part of it.
Yeah, it was so different because it sounds like a mistake.
It was a mistake. I mean, we obviously made the conscious decision to leave it in there. But the other day I was in the session file. I was like getting stems for something, and you can drag out the clip in either direction. So I just moved it over and I listened to that whole clip. And there's like, it's like 5 minutes of us just figuring out the record. It's like me shouting into the booth and him trying things. I'm like, no, try it like this, try it like this. And you can hear all of that. So that, did I really just forget that melody? Obviously, that's not the first thing that happened. You can drag it out in either direction, but that's where we chose to put in the beginning.
So, did anybody tell you at first, like, okay, at what point does Columbia come in and sign you? How big does the record get before big executives take notice?
You want to know something? Okay, so this is funny. This is something that I didn't know until it happened, and I've been involved in the music industry for years now on like a quote unquote professional level. Professional meaning that's like my only job, not on like a crazy successful level. But I've dealt with labels on the outside constantly doing production for artists, and they're a nightmare. But good luck. Like good luck getting paid. Everything takes like 6 months, and you have to sign something, and someone else has to approve it, and then it gets somewhere, and then they lost it, and you have to do it all again. And you'll get paid eventually, though. Don't worry. They all use programs that ding when something's going fast enough online, and that's how most things are signed now. It's like all research driven, but the research isn't even like there are people A&R research where their job is to just keep track of stuff, but when something really goes, it pings on an app that all of these record labels pay for, everyone pays for, and then the emails just start flooding in. Like,
wow. So at one point, did you just receive emails from every label at once?
Literally, I got one email from a label, and then the next day, so it was my lawyer, actually. You know what? It didn't go to me. It went to my lawyer. I think somebody found out who my lawyer was. And I had barely hit him up. I only hit him up when I needed, just here and there, hey, there's this. Him and I, he's super nice, but we didn't have a relationship.
Yeah.
And one day he calls me because I had just put the song out. He was like, why did every single label in the world just hit me up in the past 5 hours? And it's because of those apps.
Wow.
Yeah. And so the next day I was on the plane to New York, and I took 9 or not, that's an exaggeration, 6 or 7 meetings in one day.
What were you looking to hear out of these labels?
I mean, basically I was looking for a team of people that obviously know what they're doing, understand how this song came to be, and weren't going to stifle that in the future. And also, we're thinking a little bit more long-term than just this song. Because in my mind, this song's going to do what it's going to do. I love it. I'll milk it as much as I can. I mean, let's go. But I'm interested in the next thing, right?
Yeah, because that's where all the pressure is. That's with Love in My Heart. You're not necessarily, your story's not written by LALALA.
Oh, no.
It starts here.
Yeah, I mean, ideally, the amount of people that have one big song and then drop the ball, I mean, it's way more people than have one big song and follow it up.
Do you know where the Baha Men are? Baha Men?
I do know the Baha Men.
Where are they?
Are they the ones that let the dogs out?
Yeah, they are.
Where are the dogs?
In a shelter.
Oh, that's a shame.
You don't want to be that.
It's been 20 years. There's no way those dogs are alive, man. I hate to be that guy, but...
Come on.
I hate to be that guy, but the shelf life on dogs is not... The shelf life on those dogs was about the same as the Baha Men. I'm not talking I with the Baha Men. I will do a song with you guys. I'm so sorry. It was just a good bit.
So, is there a fear within you of following it up? Because... I don't know. You just said it.
I mean, here's the thing. If I never have another front end Y2K song in my whole life, I really don't care. I'm a producer, first and foremost. I'll be making songs for people on the back end forever. That being said, the only difference between me making a song for someone on the back end and me making a song for someone on the front end is that my name's on it. So I feel like I'm sort of in a fortunate position where I can pick and choose the hits and put my name on the ones that I want to, and then give the ones that I don't want to other people if it doesn't make sense for my project. Because obviously I'm pushing a specific sound as Y2K, and then when it comes to production, I'm just a huge sellout, so I'll make literally whatever you want.
I love how you admit that.
Yeah. Hell yeah, that's been my bio is professional sellout forever. Also, I just like making music. I'm not going to walk out of a session with a song that I hate, but I know what I'm doing.
But are you afraid, or were you nervous at all that people were signing you or looking to sign you not for the quality of the record you put out, but for the digital
just
marketing campaign?
To cash in. Oh no, I mean that wasn't really my concern. My main concern is that any of these labels knows that they're gonna cash out on one song, and then it's well, what's next? So that's where I was really trying to find a team where I felt super comfortable that after this record, I'm going to have a group of people that are willing to push for the next one and then try to make this happen again or something similar. Because, who's to say? The reason why this digital marketing campaign worked is because of a perfect storm of things. The song is right for the way that we did it, etc. I was having this conversation earlier today. You couldn't take a love ballad and push it in the same way that we pushed La La La.
That makes sense.
I mean, every song is going to have its own trajectory and the appropriate way to push that song. And being good at marketing is, I don't even know if I'm good at marketing, to be totally honest with you. I mean, we've only had one huge success here. So I think that you and I should have this conversation again in like a year if I've managed to pull this off again.
Even if you don't, we'll still have the conversation in a
I'm
year.
down. But I feel like I'm pretty good at digital marketing. I don't know. I feel like anybody could be good at digital marketing.
How old are you?
25. How old are you?
Oh, 26.
Cool. Good age.
Yeah, it's not bad.
Yeah.
We know the
How old are
internet.
you?
28.
Old.
I'm the old
I'm
guy.
just kidding.
I'm the old guy in the
I'm
room.
just kidding.
I'm grandpa.
But, here's, you are grandpa, which is weird. I mean, also, you went to a bunch of radio stations today with a bunch of old people. That's kind of weird too, right? Like you see on the other end sometimes of like, is it weird to see this hit traditional media the way it has?
Yeah, kind of. The weird thing for me is having like parents hit me up and be like, my kid loves your song. Like my 8-year-old loves your song. And like, I mean, hell yeah. That's shout out.
But that's how you know, though,
Yeah.
right? That it's bigger than TikTok. It's going beyond that.
Yeah. I mean, they probably heard it on TikTok. If it's an 8-year-old,
Yeah,
they
they
probably got it on TikTok. That being said, though, it's obviously transcending past TikTok because we're like 6th global on Spotify now.
I'm telling you it is.
So like, I'm cool with it. Like, I don't like, oh my God, dude. The other day, I was like 2 weeks ago, I was in Arizona and this girl that I had never met, or I guess I had met her, but I didn't remember her. And I like reintroduced myself to her and she got mad at me, which is like,
Wow.
which is like the peak fucking local thing to do. Like, come on, man. Like,
get mad at you.
come on. Like, I met her one time like 2 years ago. I was like, sorry. I was like being really polite. And she like started like screaming at me. And she was like, you made one TikTok. And I was like, all right, hang on. First of all, I haven't made a TikTok yet. And I'm sorry, TikTok. I will make a TikTok. I plan on it. I just want it to be good. I don't want it to be corny. I'm really going for it. God bless. But yeah. And it's the funniest to me. Like, people are trying to like
Demean.
dog on us. Yeah. And you'll see like a lot of like the stan accounts like dogging on us for like it coming up on TikTok. And I'm like, who cares? Clearly it's bigger than TikTok. Otherwise it wouldn't be on like the Billboard charts.
But
Didn't Old Town Road get pretty big off
Yes.
TikTok?
Yeah, that was the start.
But
Number
also-
1 for 19 weeks.
And
So
you're-
like, I don't really consider it to be an insult. Also, like, shout out TikTok. They're like like that's what the kids want to see. And I think that basically what you're seeing from like anybody our age that's on that is that they're just like, it's like the same thing that like your parents were saying about like
Vine,
the internet
Instagram,
or whatever,
Twitter.
any of it. They're like, why are you spending all your time on the computer? Like blah, 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 blah. Sorry, that's what people want to do now.
One, TikTok is weirdly the present and the future.
Yeah.
I don't even think it's that weird. And two, you sign with the team that brought to life Old Town Road, right? So Ron Perry said something to you in that meeting that obviously resonated with you to give this team the right?
Right. I mean, Ron's a super cool guy. And I like that he is, I don't know. He's got a good vibe, for lack of a better word. The stupidest word of all time, but whatever. We're bringing vibe back now. Vibe is cool again.
First of all, where the hell did vibe go? Because nobody told me.
I feel like vibe
explain a lot.
Vibe is just like a cliche ass word, but it makes sense sometimes. But Ron's got a good vibe. And I could tell that he was like not in a suit position, and he understands the value of like being a boots on the ground A&R type guy. And you don't really, I mean, actually, I met quite a few people that remind me of Ron that are like high ups like that. But it did resonate. I mean, he's great, and everyone at the team over there is awesome.
When you're crafting your next record, what are you listening for or striving for? Do you set creative goals, or are you just kind of creating freely?
So, interestingly enough, right now, I ended up cutting. So, sorry, here's some context. I'm working on a producer album. It's called Dream Eater.
Cool.
La 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 is the first single off of that record. And basically, the reason why it took 10 months for us to put La 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 out, even though it was ready, almost immediately, is because I was piecing together the rest of that record. And then after you have something like La La La, where you need like a serious follow up, some of those records didn't feel strong enough to keep on the tape, so I ended up cutting them. So I was waiting for La La La. La 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 had to be put on hold to get these together, and now the rest of the tape is being redone because of La La La. So originally, what was happening with that tape is I was just making a bunch of different kinds of music that I was proud of, that I think is pop focused but unique, and not just a carbon copy of what you're hearing over and over. Because I think that right now a lot of people are just like chasing Spotify playlists.
Oh, totally.
And I just can't do that. I mean, leave that job for someone else, And now, basically, that record, I have the same exact mantra going forward. I'm trying to make it unique. I'm trying to pull from like all sorts of different influences. I really don't reference anything modern. I'm referencing like some of my biggest influences are like Enya and like The Cure.
Enya and The Cure?
Yeah. But like you're not gonna like listen to the records and be like, oh, this one's Enya. Yeah, but it's just more like I'm looking into what kind of gear they were using and what kind of chords and this and that and like why I like those songs.
And now you
then
have more
piecing that together into
resources.
pop and hip hop. So that's the other thing. Now I have these resources. I have a recording budget. I can go grab some of these artists or like work on these songs with people that before it would have just been like a haha funny joke kind of thing.
You send direct message after direct message.
Right. And so to answer your question, right now I'm going into these sessions like, how am I going to walk out of here with a project that can really stack up to a song like La La La? And that doesn't mean copying the formula. That doesn't mean trying to make another La La La. I'm not trying to do that. It's just like, let's follow it up. Let's like give people something where they're like excited about it with the resources that I just didn't have to make this happen before.
By the way, like it's the same thing with Lil Nas X, right? Like,
yeah.
He came strong with that freaking album, dude.
Yeah.
Panini's a great record.
Panini's a great record, and it looks like it's going top 10. I mean, it's
hell yeah.
very close.
But by the way, I don't think he could have had Cardi B on a record pre Old Town Road.
Isn't it crazy that the what features did he get? I think he had Cardi B and
Cardi's on the album, yeah.
Yeah, whatever. Isn't it crazy that the song that's blowing up off that record is just him when he has all these like crazy features? It just goes to show you that at the end of the day, it's like the strongest song is going to pull through. And also, obviously he's just like the it guy right now. Like all eyes are on him. So when everyone's looking at you and you put out a good record, that's all. That's how we have Post Malone debuting how he debuted. Pushing our song 10 spots down. Come on, Post, chill out.
It hurts.
That keeps happening. Like, we'll go up 5 spots. Taylor Swift drops an album down 17 spots because her whole record debuts like top 20. And then a lot of those songs obviously taper off, and the couple that are gonna stay up there stay up. And then we go back up 15 spots. And then Post drops a record. It's like, and then Kanye might drop a record. I don't know. We're just at the mercy of all these superstars. The music industry is really crazy because like being like a contractor that gets like paid for like a one-off thing, and then like being in the machine, very different. Seeing how all of that shit works, and also I didn't have a manager when I was doing all of that, so it was just me meeting to meeting.
And
like,
your poor lawyer who's only seen 5 contracts of yours.
Yeah, I mean, he was stoked. He was like,
of course.
He was like, because I feel like I'm the ideal client. Don't bother him, because I knew that I wasn't, paying his bills or anything. I'm just like I was like, let's not bother him at all. And then suddenly it was like, all right, it's game time.
That's amazing. But to the point of like, you didn't have a manager. That's scary.
Yeah, I mean,
you didn't have a manager when you took label meetings?
No, I had a manager. So funny story. My manager, his name is Nick Warner. He's at Milk and Honey.
Cool.
I signed with him after I signed
with Columbia.
Yeah. And so Nick was my manager in like 2015, and he dropped me.
Why are you back there?
He's a good guy. He dropped me. It's a good thing he dropped me. So at the time, like I wasn't making the right moves. I don't think. I think I was still too attached to the idea of being like a DJ. I wanted to do like these remixes and stuff. And he's like their company mostly works with songwriters and producers. So like behind the scenes stuff. And I just didn't fit that mold. And so he was like, I'm your friend first and foremost. And I think that you're going to end up getting really mad at me that I can't perform for you like you want me to perform for you. So let's just not work together. And he was like, also, just so you know, I don't think you need a manager. And I took that to heart. And I really like didn't have a manager except for like a 1 month stint with like one of my friends' managers for a little bit. And I did not have a manager for the past 4 years.
Whoa.
And I did everything myself up until the label meetings. And then Nick called me. He was like, hey, just so you know, your song's blowing up. Do you want me to start linking you with labels just like as a friend? And I was like, oh, I'm in New York I just did 7 meetings yesterday. And he was like, oh, okay, cool. Sounds good. Well, just call me if you need anything. As like, I'm down to let you know what's going on. And he wasn't being a vulture at all. He was super just like, he would have given me all of this advice for free, not expected a thing. And like after like 5 days, I was like, are you trying to manage me? And he said, well, yeah, but I didn't want to be like whack about it. He's like, sign your deal first and then talk to me. And I said, all right. And here we are.
That's pretty nice.
Yeah.
Wow.
God bless him. So many people
wild.
in his position would probably try to like vulture on right before like the advance or whatever.
Oh, yeah. But like.
I actually had people try to do that. Like people I'd never even talked to.
Really?
Try to do that. Yeah.
Anybody big? Anybody that surprised you?
No, not like management people that were like trying to like swoop. Nah, it was just like randoms.
But see, that's not fair because then they're responsible for essentially nothing.
Oh yeah, 100%. And I think that any good manager is not like trying to cheese their way into like 15% of an advance or whatever. Like they're in it for the long haul.
That's what you want.
Yeah.
Where's Baby No Money at? Does he have money?
I would venture to say he has money now.
Okay.
I would venture to say he had. I mean, he definitely had money before the song too. But the name is just so good.
It is good.
And I love that he's always playing on this bit that he's broke, which it's a good. I like it.
You know he's not broke.
Oh, he's definitely not broke.
Courtesy of you.
No, he's chilling. Baby No Money is by far the bigger artist of the two of us.
So, but like, he needed this record. I don't want to be that guy, but like, the record affected and helped both of you.
Definitely. I mean, it's just as much his record as it is mine. It's just going on my project. And I produced his whole next album for him. But Baby No Money has built a super successful, independent touring and recording career. I mean, he's had, even before this record, was doing millions and millions of plays a month. And he was totally DIY. So he's got, obviously, La 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 has leveled both of us up in ways that we cannot explain. But if we're talking like my career trajectory compared to his, like he's definitely like he was in a better spot before this song than I was.
Do you feel like you're going to need TikTok to get your next song out there?
Nah, I mean, no. But I wouldn't be mad if a bunch of kids started making TikToks to the next song. I see what it can do. But like I said, my whole point is if it's not organic, if it doesn't feel right, if it's like some 35-year-old guy in Chelsea boots trying to tell Jawline Steve to hit the whip to my next song to try to make it viral. It's just not going to work. What do you think about Jawline Steve as an influencer name?
I'm kind of here for it.
Jawline Steve. He's 16 years old. He shaved 3 lines into his eyebrow and he cannot wait for prom. Yeah.
It's really funny because I can see it.
Yeah. Me too. But honestly, shout out to him. Shout out all those
because
kids.
you know there's about 1 million of them.
There's 1 million of them, and I guarantee you they've done TikToks to La La La, and I love and support you all.
Has your creative process changed from La 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 to now outside of the fact that you have more resources?
I have not been able to make music worth a f***ing damn since this song came out. I've been on the road for like 6 straight weeks.
That sucks.
Yeah. But I am... No, not really. Because yesterday I did a session with my friend Mike, Smart Death. We're in a band together. It's called Ballroom. It sounds like Elliott Smith.
Rock on.
Please stream it. Yeah, him and I did a session yesterday.
But for your Ballroom, the Ballroom project?
No, we did a session for my project. So basically one of the songs that I ended up cutting off the record is the song that he was on, but I love him to death, and he's super talented, and I want him on the project. So I was like, well, you need to get back in here so we can make another song.
Yeah, but do you add other writers to that room or just you two?
It was just me and him.
Got it.
So we just did a record yesterday. Same process. He lays on my couch and texts, and we like both like riff melodies to each other and like lyric ideas. And I made the beat with him in the room, and we walked out with a song, and it's good.
Is there no part of you that wants to like call in? I don't know. You could probably get a couple people to do a session with you.
Oh yeah, absolutely. And for some sessions, that's totally important to me. Like a Julia Michaels type.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or like, I mean, Justin Tranter.
Yeah.
Maybe a Max
Stara.
Martin writer.
Yeah. 100%. And
Tommy Brown.
and that's honestly where my management is like the absolute best, because that's what they do. That's their bread and butter, is producer songwriter sessions.
Hell yeah.
And I'm definitely. I plan on doing that like all this year, all next year. Excuse me. You guys hear that?
I hope that becomes a meme somewhere, because your look, the look on your face, remind me of like a.
I had an egg and cheese sandwich, and there it is.
Where are your parents?
They're in Arizona.
Where in Arizona are you from?
So I was born, the hospital's in Scottsdale. I grew up in North Phoenix.
Cool.
I went to high school in Scottsdale, so my mom had a music store over there. And then my parents moved up to Cave Creek, which is like kind of the middle of nowhere horse town that they're now starting to develop, and my parents are pissed about it because there's traffic.
The hipsters are coming to town.
Yeah, well, like the 30-something families are coming to town with their tiny child that rides around in like an electric Hummer. But yeah, similar vibe.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, their version of.
Yeah.
So, what do they think of all this?
They're stoked. I mean, minus the fact that my dad called me earlier and I answered. I said, "I can't talk right now, Dad," and then I hung up on him. He's probably like, they're stoked.
But
I was in a thing.
yeah, you were busy. I mean,
Yeah. No, but they're so excited. My mom, I think especially my mom is just so excited because she went to school for music therapy. She opened up a music store and she was like, "Ari, never get into music. This is the worst career. There's no money in it. You'll never have any sort of sustainable income. Don't do it. Do anything else." And then, of course, I became a musician, and she was like, "Oh, God, like, this isn't going to work out." And then I was like, "Hey, Mom, it worked out." And so that's probably a pretty big relief for her. And then my dad's stoked, too. He keeps, like, sending me covers that people are doing of the song because he spends all his time on YouTube, like, looking up, like, LALALA runoff videos.
That is awesome.
Yeah, it's
They're
fire.
so proud.
Yeah, they're super stoked. And I'm very glad to be, like, a stress relief for them. They were like, "Oh, okay, cool. Our son's not gonna end up completely dropping the ball." And
Playing video games until he's 70 years old.
yeah, I mean, because that really was the
path.
But hey, listen, boomers, you can make a career off video games. Stop making Billy go to bed at 10 o'clock. Let him grind Fortnite. This could pay off.
Now's your chance.
Dude, some 16-year-old made like $3 million a couple weeks ago.
Oh yeah, he won the big championship thing.
Yeah.
I think it's really cool that your mom was a musician, and she did feed you one story and one cautionary tale, but I don't know, like.
She was always supportive. I mean,
but
like,
your mom's story and everything your mom has done is it's laid ground for you.
100%. I mean, I don't think that I would be nearly as into music as I am if I wasn't always around it. Every day after school, I would walk to my mom's music store and work there for like 5 hours and rent little kids' violins and just mess around on an acoustic guitar.
That's great.
And then here I am, not that good at guitar at all, but like, that's fine, you know? I like it. I'm friends with people that are good at guitar. Hire people that are better at the thing than you're better at, or better at the thing than you. Listen, man, I can talk sometimes.
But it makes sense.
Thanks.
What are you thinking, Dan?
Who wrote all the lyrics to La La La? Was it you or Baby No Money?
Lyrics were mostly him.
Okay.
My main lyrical contributions were actual La La La, which I know is super poetic and deep, never been done before, and the Amex No Cap 800 score line, because I'm a big proponent of credit scores, and also they don't have American Express in Canada. But like the melodic, like a couple of the main melodies were me, and also just like me and him riffing together. It was his like first time writing.
Yeah, I like how you guys did the ba na 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 da 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 da
Yeah,
sha la la la.
Yeah. So the lyrics, Baby No Money, that is, I would say, his strongest forte is lyrics. That kid can just like write for days.
I'm corny, but your girlie want the.
Crazy line. And in the radio version, it's "I'm corny, but your girlie want the pick."
What'd you change bitch to?
Yeah, he just re-recorded "girl" and it sounds bad, but it's fine. Got your girl singing like "La La La."
What'd you have to change this line to? When I popped off, then your girl gave me just a little bit of lockjaw.
Okay, so this one was actually really, really easy. I didn't know that this was a thing, but Lacha is apparently some stan thing. You know stan culture?
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know what it is. If one of you guys are near a computer that you can Google, just look up LACHA because we just changed it to that. Because originally, when all of these lyric videos dropped from like, you know, the lyric vibes now on YouTube where they just like upload your song with lyrics on it and then just like cash out
Yeah.
until, you know.
It's so
Yeah.
gross.
Yeah, I mean, it's fine. I mean, it. But originally they had mislabeled it as Lacha. And we were like, oh, there we go. We could just make it that.
And
We did.
okay.
Yeah, we
so
sent it over. I don't know what Lacha means, but we did say it. Are you getting an answer on there?
LACHA?
No.
Yeah, like Urban Dictionary.
is it
Oh.
Latcha or Lacha?
Lacha?
Everything I'm seeing for Lacha right now is buy Indian wedding Lacha dresses, bridal collections.
Can you put Latcha Urban Dictionary, dude? Jesus Christmas.
Yeah,
it's
we
like
are
you
not-
never operate a computer.
I'm telling you right now, it's not an Indian wedding dress.
Oh, the act of going crazy or acting in a freaky manner.
Oh, that's
okay, there we
perfect.
go. So she went crazy. She went stupid and dumb. She went loco. Is that a YG song?
Loco?
Go loco.
Yes.
Shut up.
Are you good?
Yeah, no, that's exactly what it is. And actually, on Urban Dictionary, one of the hashtags under it is "baby no money."
Is it?
Yeah.
All right.
Y2K. Thanks for hanging out.
Oh wait,
Dude, of course.
another question.
Okay.
You
I'm
have
here.
great hair. I'm
Thank
sure
you.
you hear that all the time.
Thank you. That's not a question.
It's a really uncomfortable compliment. Keep going.
No, that's a good compliment. Thank you. I don't wash it. Was you about to ask me what my hair routine was?
I didn't know what I was going to say next, but let's go with that.
Yeah, I don't wash my hair. Like, period. I barely get it wet. I got it wet today.
Same.
Why? How?
I don't know. It's just my hair's like not oily, and I feel like it sort of takes care of itself. It's sort of like
I feel like that's a scary feeling.
Listen, man. You can sniff my hair after this. You can tell me if I need to shampoo it, because I don't think I do.
Okay, sure. Dan, you want to go sniff it?
Come.
Okay. I'll be right over.
But yeah, like the way that
You shoot
I
him doing
think
this.
the way that I think hair works is that your body produces oil. How is it?
Ooh, let me get the deeper.
Oh,
It's fine, right?
It smells good.
Right?
Yeah.
I haven't washed my hair in like 4 months.
He just went nose to scalp.
Yeah.
Well, I had to get in there.
Thank you.
Deep.
Yeah, but so here's my hair tip, and I don't think this works for everyone because I think some people have naturally greasier hair than others. I fortunately was gifted with perfect genetics through and through, all the way. I'm just kidding. But if you shampoo your hair is going to produce more oil because you're stripping the oil and your hair's trying to compensate, right? And that's like
Yeah.
kind of the purpose of conditioner is that you like add oils back in so your hair doesn't overproduce oils and you're getting like the smell goody oils instead of like the ones that don't smell good. But since my hair doesn't really like produce oil that crazy, if I don't strip the oil from it,
You're good.
it's like an equilibrium.
It balances.
And that's what we're ending on,
Wow.
right?
Yeah, look at you. Just a man blessed in so many different ways.
Yeah. Thank God for my hair. I look so stupid with short hair. It's insane.
Do you ever go with a man bun, or do you always have it down?
I mean, I put it up when I like take showers and if I'm like working out or something. But no, for the most part, I keep it down.
I think Jesus would be jealous of your hair.
Yeah, that's a little sacrilegious, but I'm Jewish. I don't even know if I can comment on that without upsetting someone.
So, Y2K, everybody! Woo! You owe us another visit in 6 months to a year, I guess.
Okay.
Yeah, come.
I'll be back. I'll be back like next week.
That's fine. Are you gonna move to LA? Are you gonna move here?
I live here.
So, have
Baby No Money lives in Canada. I live in Pasadena,
got it, but
the city of angles.
yeah, a lot of very intense angles in
Yeah.
Pasadena. It's hard to get
Angels.
around.
Yeah. No, it's nice over there. I like it.
How long have you been here?
Like 4 years?
Oh wow! So
Yeah.
like Arizona is really far in your past.
Yeah. Yeah, see a hot, bad Arizona. I'm just kidding. Arizona's cool. It's fine. I'm glad I'm gone.
But Pasadena's your new home.
Yeah.
Y2K.
Thank you for having me.
Anytime. Anytime. Love.
Stream LALALA, please.
Hey, beautiful human, thanks for watching our full interview, but I get it. Like, a full interview is a lot. So we got a clips channel. We don't expect you to watch the full thing anymore, so we just gave you the highlights. Please subscribe and notifications and all that stuff. Okay, cool. I love you.